Welcome everyone to another video. I'm sorry I've been a little late in producing them, but that's life. Today in this video I'm going to go over a few of the components I'm going to use to complete my e-bike and some secondary components that are used in support of the bike. First up, I have my fork. It's the RST Killer. Online these have received mixed reviews, but I think for the specs and for my riding style, it should perform just fine. My bike is mainly going to be a street bike with some trail use, but I live in the southeast and it's pretty flat here, so again, I think it'll perform just fine. The Killer fork has about 200 millimeters of travel. It's dual crowned. Uses the same magnesium lowers as the stitch forks, for those of you who are familiar with that. Inside it has dual high-speed compression, a shim stack design, which is intended really for big hits, but again, this is going to be a flat terrain bike. The fork uses grease lubrication, though you could add oil to the lowers if you like. The crown is direct mount stem capable. And the external adjustments are low speed rebound and compression. It's coil sprung, and it weighs about 6.9 pounds per the specs online. For the price, if I got a Fox or one of the other big name forks, I'd be spending $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, which for my first build, that's a little bit out of my price range for now. It looks pretty stout. It looks really good. The white pattern is going to go with my black and white theme for the bike just fine. It is a 26-inch fork. I'll be running 24-inch wheels, and that's it. Here's the front spindle for my bike. As you can see, it's the DMR spindle. It has 20 millimeter through axle design, and I've already tested it in the Killer, and it fits just fine. It's 36 spokes, and I'm not using a conventional rim. I'm using a custom 26-inch rim I found from a company online. More about that rim later. Nothing too special about this spindle. It'll work. Here's the wheel. It is 65 millimeter wide. It has it's dual walls, and it is black anodized. Really, really lovely rim. My tire options are the Schwalbe, if I pronounced that correctly. I'm not sure, but it's the Crazy Bob 24-inch wheel. It's going to look really, really nice on the bike. Here I have my inner tube. This is the Schwalbe 24-inch AV10D. Not much special there. Here's my race face handlebar. It's 710 millimeters long, made out of aluminum, very strong, very stout. It should serve the purpose just fine. Here's my BT C3100 charger. I have about 4 of these chargers. It handles an wide array of cylinder type batteries. My batteries of choice are the 18650s. This charger is very unique and very special in that it allows me to run a discharge cycle on each cell independently. This comes in handy when it came to me testing the capacity of each cells. You're able to charge up each cell fully and then run a discharge at a specific discharge rate. Each cell was discharged at 500 milliamp all the way down to the cutoff period, which is about, or cutoff voltage, which is about 2.2 9 2.8 volts, I think, and it served its purpose. This is my custom charge port. It's the Nurtrix NL4MP-ST Speakon 4-pole panel mount. I am going to carry my charger internal to the bike frame. I want a clean look, very clean look as much as possible. And I've seen this port used on other bikes, and I think it's going to look really well. I already have it mounted in the bike, and I'm really pleased with the way it turned out and how it interfaces with the charger. The cable that I created to interface with the port is just a standard PC cable, very, very long, and I lopped off one end and replaced it with the matching connector, which is the Husa Technology NL4FX. Next up, I have the grips that I chose. Very simple design. These are by Raceface as well. They are the clamp mount for your bar, and they get dirty really, really quickly, but I noticed that just a little bit of soap and water cleaned them right up. Okay, these are the disc brakes that I've chosen. They're not the best on the market, but I think they'll serve their purposes. I picked them because of one, they're black and white. They'll match the theme of the bike. These are the SRAM Avid DB5s, hydraulic disc brakes. I'm running 200 millimeter discs on the front and the rear. Cable lengths for the front is 750 millimeters and the rear is about 1300 millimeters. I have them mounted to the bike now, and I think they'll serve the purpose. And last but not least, here's the key switch. So anyone who's built a custom e-bike before and running high voltage, 72 volts, even running 48 volts, you know that there are not a whole lot of devices out there that can manage the output from battery to controller without a spark. Usually you'll create, you'll stick a 150 ohm 10 watt resistor in line to basically slowly charge the capacitors. Here I'm going to run a couple of contactors in series, and this will be the primary key switch used off of a secondary battery.